Well, I think today's a bad day for all women, cis, trans, and intersex. The basis of who we decide to subject to testosterone testing is not every athlete or every person. It's only the people who appear not feminine enough, and ideals of femininity tend to take white women as the model. And so women of color, particularly Black women, have more often been overly subject to discrimination and harassment on the basis of not looking feminine enough. And that's precisely the basis on which Castor and other intersex women athletes were subjected to testing. So not every woman athlete will be tested, which is unfair. And this can spill over into society more generally, again, feeding into the myth, the damaging stereotype that women who are not sufficiently feminine looking aren't real women. Look at an athlete like Usain Bolt. So a dominant sprinter who won 8 gold medals in 3 successive Olympics. He truly dominated the sport. But we never subject men to the same sort of scrutiny or any testosterone testing at all that we subject women to. So we celebrate exceptional men athletes and we are suspicious of exceptional women athletes. But even the IAAF's own data does not support the policy they have put forward. So, for example, in 11 track running events where they tested the relationship between testosterone and performance, 4 of the 11 showed a small advantage, around 2 to 3%, but all 7 of the other events showed a disadvantage of a similar degree. So for example, in the 100-meter sprint, there was a 2.6% disadvantage for high testosterone women. And in Castor Semenya's event, the 800 meters, the purported advantage was only 1.8%, so a smaller advantage in her event. So they've only singled out the very few events that they found an unreliable, non-predictive advantage, which is just not how good science or policy works. There have been a number of high-profile women athletes, I don't like to name names, who have been vocal in saying that decisions like this, that place restrictions on women's bodies, protects women's sport. But let's remember that Castor is a woman, and she's a person with dignity and rights. So the idea that we must protect women's sport from other women is itself discriminatory. I want us to celebrate every athlete and the full diversity of athletes. So trans women and intersex women are women and are legally female. Let's celebrate them too. Let's not hold suspicions about whether someone is really a woman or is woman enough.